we want to pick the best team. You've always got to try and have a little bit of an eye to the future and what's coming up at the same time.
And, just one on, I think Pat was talking yesterday about how you'd spoken pre-series about preserving the record against India, never having lost a series at home against them. How much does that weigh on minds or motivate minds at the back end of the series when you're tired, I suppose?
Yeah, none for me personally. I think other guys may use it, but my focus has been on us improving and us playing the best possible cricket we can, and when we haven't, making sure we've learnt from it. So, again, we want to win every test match we play in. At times it's not always possible. We're playing against the best test team in the world at the moment who are playing really well. So, yeah, look, I haven't thought too much about losing this series, that's for sure. We want to win. We want to win this series. But yeah, some guys will use different things to motivate them. But as I said, my motivation is making sure we're improving, making sure we're really competitive at all times, and making sure we put up a really good fight against India. And we know if we do it for long enough, we showed in Perth that we can win. So that's our focus.
I guess the level of change that happened to the team meant that this was always going to be a fairly long process, and there was going to be ups and downs in between. But from where you sit, where do you see how the trend line is going, and how far along the continuum do you think you are?
Yeah, well, we're constantly a work in progress. I think that the difficult thing after Perth was more the external stuff. I think for a younger group, we'd gone from a team that was no good to all of a sudden really good, and then in a matter of a test match we're back down here. So again, as I said before, it's about trying to keep a bit of perspective and a bit of reality of where we're at. Again, I'm repeating myself a little bit, but the main thing for us is that we're improving. I think we're showing signs of getting better. I think in the last test, whilst our batters didn't set the world on fire, most guys got a start and showed that they can succeed at this level. So this test is going to be a real focus from our batting group. We know we're not going to win too many test matches without scoring hundreds, so that's something we've spoken about, something we're really keen to improve and address. And again, as I said in the last few tests, the silver lining is that in a few months' time we can have some world-class players available, and we're going to have some younger guys that have had 8 to 10 tests under their belt. So it's going to be a great thing for Australian cricket.
Just an extension on the hundreds point you made. It was 4 made last year, 3 of them in this test a year ago. Are you leaving it up to the individual players to find answers to converting those starts, or is it a collective thing that the batting unit are speaking about, sharing ideas, things they learn?
Yeah, a bit of both. I think obviously guys who are playing test cricket want to be scoring hundreds, so it's something that batters are constantly talking about, but it's up to the individual as well. Some guys want to be reminded of certain things when they're in the middle. Someone like Usman just wants to go out and bat, so it's about knowing your players, knowing who you're batting with at the other end, and doing whatever I suppose suits them and keeps them in the zone, I guess, a little bit. And as I've said before as well, the Indian attack has been really disciplined and forced mistakes out of us. So it's just being aware of each other's strengths and weaknesses, and while you're out there batting with guys, trying to remind them of them and trying to keep them on track.